Okay.
No, it's fine. I'll open it. All right. It's 8:45 or no 8:47 a.m. right now in Malaysia local time. I received both of my bags from the Kuala Lumpur International Airport yesterday. Actually, not really yesterday. It's actually early this morning, which is at about 12:40 a.m. And I think it is a very awkward time to deliver my baggages, which were boarded onto the airplane that I missed at Phoenix to Seattle, from Seattle to Incheon and to Kuala Lumpur on the December 17th morning at 6 a.m. I was checked in by Amanda at that morning, right? In the Phoenix, Sky Priority counter at about 4, and until 4:30 a.m. there was issues with my ticket. It seems like I was upgraded to a first class seat because of my gold medallion status with them currently this year. And somehow the itinerary of the original reservation was like screwed up, and they didn't manage to print out or allow me to check in. So according to Amanda, after being 30 minutes at the check-in counter, I needed to cancel the original reservation. Well, they canceled it for me. Amanda canceled that for me and rebook, sort of like created a new reservation, and then she managed to print out a new ticket for me, which is also already already a first class seat. So this is the exact ticket, right? And this ticket, after checking in with them, both of my bags were checked in onto this flight, DL244, on the 17th December from Phoenix to Seattle. And I went to the Sky Club near the F gates, right? F10 gates, F10 gate, which is the boarding gate. I went into the Delta Sky Lounge. I had my breakfast early that time, I think it was. And it was nearly the boarding time of 5:20 a.m. Obviously, I then moved to the gate of F10, and at the gate, I think there were two staff. So I think one of them is a Filipino American lady. It starts with a letter P. Yeah, and I think I can't remember what's his name right now. Like, it could be Jose or someone, but he's a Latin American guy. And when they tried to board me with this ticket, it was rejected, and it was showing the red lights. So I was asked to move to the counter, and I was asked to move to the counter to check what's the issue. So what they are saying, and it was like double documented. So I was wondering whether it's because of the two reservations that was done by Amanda, blah blah blah. You know, I'm not sure, but I did have a first class ticket, right? And I think that the Filipino Asian lady went into the plane and checked that the 3A was empty, and she told me it was empty. But they couldn't board me just because they couldn't scan. When they scanned it, they couldn't let me board. So both of these bags are obviously on that flight from Phoenix to Seattle already. So, and I was standing there, and the reason why I needed to come home is because my mom was dying from end-stage renal disease, and she was going through hospice, and I was rushing home, and I was supposed to reach back on Wednesday night around 10-11 p.m. here. 10 p.m. I think it was 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, December 18th. I was supposed to arrive here on December 18, 10 p.m. And my mom was doing hospice at home. She got her first jab. And unfortunately, because of this incident, which caused a lot of trauma and pain to me, because they locked the gate in front of me, they locked the door in front of me, and I was not on that plane. I was telling them that I really, really, really need to get on that plane to be on time, to be home, you know, just in case anything were to happen to my mom. And they didn't. That 3A first class seat was still empty, and I didn't ask for this upgrade. They should have honored my first ticket for my economy flight and board me, whatever the issue it was. So I didn't know why. I was left there, I was crying in front of the counter because I do not know what to do. And they re-ticketed me to fly back to Atlanta, where I live. I came to Phoenix to visit my aunt, to prepare my heart to help my mom for hospice. And I don't know how to relinquish this anger in me and sadness. I had to fly back to Atlanta, and I got an earlier flight in the morning. The original booking that was done by the Latin America guy was, I don't know, it was a ridiculous time that I have to fly back to Atlanta at night in Phoenix. And then I have a flight to Malaysia only the following day through Incheon from Atlanta. So I reached Atlanta about, I don't know what time is this. I think it was in the morning. You know, I took the 8 a.m. flight from Phoenix to Atlanta. This is the flight that I got rebooked. And then somehow in the end there was a lot of different things. And then Wendy at the international terminal gates, the international transfer, she helped me, you know, to find, well, I think this was the original one where I have to fly the next day, you know, to Atlanta, to Incheon. But I think Wendy managed to re-ticket it, and I managed to find at least a ticket to fly at 11:40 p.m. on the same day, on December 17th. So it's a 16-hour flight to Incheon. And when I reached Incheon, I went to a local lounge there. I think it was about 5:30 after a 16-hour flight. I was tired. I had my breakfast and everything. And I got a call from my dad that my mom passed away. What day is it today? Today is Christmas Day. And yesterday was Christmas Eve. And the day before was 23rd. We just finished our mom's funeral. If I were to be able to come back on December 18th midnight, by midnight here, I could have seen my mom in person and say goodbye in person on the December 19th morning, 6:30, around 6:30 or 5, when she passed away. Delta, because of your screw up in Phoenix, you closing the door, I am robbed of the opportunity to say goodbye to my beloved mom. I was at peace at the funeral, but I'm so triggered and so angry when I see these bags arriving almost 1 week later. Jennifer, my sister, is taking the video for me. Look at all these tags. All these tags. How long it took to come back to me. Anyway, I will stop here so that I can, that is the story of what happened to me, and I will reiterate some things because I do not want to open these bags. Without taking some proof that I have many things in here that I would have needed, and I just made some purchases to replace all the things I needed. I had no clothes. I only had the clothes that I had from that morning from Phoenix. I had to buy new clothes. I had to buy new shoes and new things. I will document that.